And welcome to this, I'm going to say, Christmas edition of Sessions with Stef with the background music going on. It's a music podcast. And so I'm very happy to be here. I love doing this podcast. It is such a blast. I interview, when I say interview, I mean chat with friends. I chat with people that I've worked with, sometimes people I've never worked with, but I have a good time doing it. We talk about the music business. We talk about Montreal and singers, bass players, guitar players, drummers, all of it. Just interesting topics, could be about gigs, could be about anything. Sometimes we don't even talk about music just because we want to have fun and we're chatting. And that's what a podcast is. I have to say that this podcast is brought to us by JJR Studio. He's our producer, Luis. He puts everything together. He's got all the quality, high-tech stuff that he puts this thing together. We thank him very much every week for doing a great job. My podcast is on, yes, there it is. You see, you can tell he's got all the high-tech stuff there.
You're so awesome, Louis.
We've got the voice of God, Lisa, right there. She chimes
You got it right
through.
the first time.
You see there? So, yes, Lisa, she gives me something to, when I give my introductions, I bounce things off her. We shoot the shit. That's my word of the day is shoot the shit.
Can you say that in the podcast?
You know what? Yes.
Say all kinds.
We can
shoot the beep.
I drop F-bombs. I
kinds.
drop F-bombs all the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Stand back.
I'm going to start, before I introduce my guest, I am going to tell you that right now our podcast, there is our sister podcast, which is Lisa's podcast and Francesca's, and it's called Talk It Out. And there's Sessions with Stef. It's on our YouTube channel, which is the Lee Kumbadi YouTube channel, where we also have like an episodic series that is on YouTube as well, which you can chime in and check that out. It's a lot of fun, a little bit of comedy, a bit of acting stuff that I kind of don't really do well, but I do it for fun. I have a good time. No, I have a good time doing it. So you can check out our stuff, but we are Sessions with Stef and Talk It Out. We are going to have our own dedicated podcast channel on YouTube. So that's going to be fun. So whoever gets the notification to listen to our podcast, please go to the new YouTube channel and subscribe there. We're going to have to build the subscribers there. We are also on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, all of the above. I have a blast doing it, guys. It's amazing. I want to keep doing it forever because it's so much fun. So now I can start the actual podcast. And here it is. I'm going to introduce my guest.
The pressure's on.
My friend, the pressure's on. The pressure's on. She's, you know what? We've met many years ago.
Yes, many years ago.
She is a fantastic singer.
Well, thank you.
She released an album a few years ago.
Yes, I did.
She's also, I'm going to tell you how, the first thing I remember when I met you, right?
Okay.
Let's introduce her. It's Jewelle McKenzie, the one and only.
I like that.
I believe you were recently in a big production that was a Latin flavored.
It was, Latin Soul Take Manhattan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Wow. Isn't that I think that's right down your alley, is it?
It was actually, I had to step out of my comfort zone a little bit for that.
Okay.
But it was good. It was because there were rehearsals, everything was scheduled, and we had a little bit of choreography, and I had to, when you have your own band, you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, wing it.
But
Wing
no,
it.
you had to follow a structure and rehearse all the time, but it was great.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about all your projects. I mean, first off, thank you for coming to do
Thank you
this.
for having me. Thank you.
It's a blast. I mean, it's good to catch up. See, I love the podcast for some of this. We literally met, I would say, 15 years ago?
Now, why you have to call me out like that in front of all these people?
I'm calling myself out.
Okay, yes, 15 years ago when I was 10.
12, come on. Don't exaggerate.
There are people listening to this.
You're right. But it's been a while.
No, it's been a long time.
It's been
Yeah.
So I love the podcast because it gives me a reason to reach out to people
Yes.
that I always found interesting, obviously talented. Because when I met, so basically I was gigging, and at one point I needed a sub. Someone mentioned your name.
Yes.
And at that point, I had, different subs here and there. I worked with different singers, but I remember calling you and saying, hey, I have this casino gig. Do you want to come? And you were like, hey, I happen to be off. Perfect. Let's do the gig. So I said, send me your repertoire. I remember this. Send me your repertoire, and I'm going to get these songs ready so we can do the gig.
Right.
I think it took me 20 minutes to reach your repertoire. It was like, there was honest, like 500 songs. It's like, do you literally do all, I remember calling her saying, okay, but do you actually do it? You know, some people put songs that I kind of do just to make it look good. No, you had like 1 million songs. Your songbook was huge. And I was super impressed. Because I'm used to getting, you know, the 30, 40 songs that people do, you know? And sometimes you'll say, okay, let's do this one. And they'll be like, no, but I do it in a medley, so I only know the first verse, you know? Like, that's happened many times, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, you came there with a songbook. Like, it was like, how do I choose a song? There's 500 here. And it was very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
And that was, you know, a few years ago. It was very impressive. And then you came, did the gig. I felt like we played together.
Oh, yeah, we had a good time.
We had a good time that night, right? It was a great, and I called you back. I called you, I mean.
Yeah, several times, yeah.
I called you several times, definitely. You're busy. When you have talent, you get called.
Well,
That's what it is. Yeah. So okay, in terms of projects, what's going on presently?
Presently.
Other than like nothing with COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than like the.
Well, tomorrow I actually have a show at the House of Jazz in Laval.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
So we're gonna do some, you know, soul and some R&B and some, you know, jazz. Mix it up a bit.
Cool.
With my all-star cast, I've got Ralph Telemac on piano, Ben Como on bass, and Paul Darwin Jean on drums.
Is this your band generally, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we have like the full band, they're my players. That I play with.
Okay. Okay.
And
cool.
so yeah, it's gonna be. I haven't been there in a while, obviously because of COVID, right? So it's just gonna be nice to just kick back and just do whatever, you know?
Do whatever.
Yeah, we've been playing together for so long that that's what it's like. It's like, okay, just play something.
I was gonna say, like, so how do you pick, like, you know, 30 songs out of the 700 that you probably must be at now?
Well, I know, right?
Off the playlist.
Yeah, 790. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know.
It must be. It's huge. It's got to be huge.
Well, you know, and also when I change, when I go overseas and I do jazz, then I add those to my repertoire. So I have different styles too, right?
Gotcha.
So I like to learn different songs because I actually get bored easily. So that's why I keep learning stuff because.
And that was the first thing that came to mind. Playing that gig years ago, I'm like, you know, I saw this. And then I see some Spanish songs and I'm like, you know, it's rare that. And I said, okay, you do this song? And she's like, yeah, no problem. And I pressed play and I was like, okay, you know, she's probably going to mumble some of the words like we all do. I've done it many times, you know, in a different language. Like perfectly. She just sings the song in Spanish as if she's Spanish. I was like, okay, all right then. I'm not going to stump her. She's got it down packed, whatever style. And you literally take that to heart. Like every style you do, you smoke it, man.
Well, thank you. My gosh, you're making
No.
me like...
But it's true.
But I try. You know, like I work hard. I really want to do a good job, right? And when I'm learning things in another language, I don't want to botch the language. That's like the most insulting thing.
True.
So I'll learn Spanish phonetically, and I'll just keep doing it. And I've done gigs where I've done everything, like a whole gig in Spanish, and then you know people will come up to me and blah, 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 and I'm like, I don't know.
It took me like 2 months to learn. It took me like 2 months to learn "Oye como va," and the words are "Oye como va." Like, but wow, no, it's impressive. But it shows how you take your music and what you do seriously, like. And that's why you work so much, because you take it seriously. You do it well.
Thank you.
So, okay, House of Jazz, and are you still doing the corporate stuff?
They're coming in slowly, but slowly,
COVID.
right? We had a lot of gigs that were canceled because people weren't allowed to dance, and so they said, well, I have the band if we can't dance, and so but they're coming in little by little, but still small, not for the big band.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
So duo gigs and trio gigs, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's COVID.
So
I mean,
you have one, like, you have your original stuff kind of thing, then you have one, is it like one project that you do smaller bands and big bands? Is it the same project kind of thing, or is it a different project?
Well, Adlib.
Like I believe it was Adlib, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Adlib, that's my cover band, and so that's where we do the corporates and the weddings and pretty much anything, right? When it's Jewelle McKenzie, when it's my show, like at the House of Jazz, so I'm obviously going to do some covers, but I'll throw my originals in there,
great. Okay.
right? Because it's I can choose to do what I want to do, and that's the difference between your corporates and when you have a public show, you can do what you want to do. There's no pressure to keep the dance floor hopping, that kind of thing. And, and I get to not sing "I Will Survive." I mean, no offense to "I Will Survive," but I'm just saying.
But I can rehearse it backwards.
Yeah, exactly. I've only sung it a gazillion times.
Oh my God, yeah. We probably played that song back then.
I know,
and we still play it, right?
You have to. You can't not.
It's that song. It's that song that you're not sure what to play.
It always works.
It always works.
Always works.
Sadly, as a musician, it always works.
Yes.
That like the band, you see the band members when you turn around, you say, "Okay, guys, are gonna do I Will Survive," and it kind of goes. Take number 742, like Jesus,
Oh yes.
But
it always works.
It always works.
It saved me once. I did a gig years ago, and it was one of those background music, and I was really bored. I was like, I'm just singing like automatically, and then somebody said, "I Will Survive," and I thought it doesn't really fit in the background music. It doesn't fit in the vibe. We said okay, so we did kind of a easy version of it. And then people moved tables and they started dancing. And I was like, oh my, I Will Survive saved that night for me. Because honestly, I felt like the wallpaper. But it saved the night. So after that, I had newfound respect for I Will Survive.
Yeah, it works. When in doubt, play it and something's going to happen.
Yes.
It's guaranteed to happen.
And even if you screw it up, it works. Even if you screw it up, it works.
You're right.
I forgot the lyrics, the second verse of I Will Survive once. I don't know how that happened. I've only sung it, like I said, a gazillion times. Second verse, and I was like, you sing it. Yeah, louder. I had no clue. No clue.
It happens. Because sometimes we get on autopilot.
Exactly, yeah.
And then and it's happened to me as well. Like some of these Italian songs, right?
Okay.
When I'm playing keyboards, I've done the melodies, and it's autopilot. Like I'm playing that, and I'm talking to the band.
Right.
And then someone will say, what part are you going to next? Or something that I actually have to think about when I'm playing. All of a sudden, I'd like, what's happening? Why can't I remember the song that I was doing on autopilot 2 seconds ago? Right? It's like, what? Okay, forget that happened.
You smile and make it seem like, I meant to stop. Now I'm starting back again.
As a keyboard player, it's easy. I just pull one of those,
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you look cool. You're like, yeah. And I had that all covered. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, yeah.
So I want to bring up, you released your album a few years ago.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how was that experience? Was that
releasing it? Are you talking about
Is that the first time?
Making it,
Is that
or-
the first time you released your own stuff, or?
yeah, like properly? let's
Okay,
say,
gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Because I used to write songs years ago, and you do a demo and you put it out there and you hope that you'll get discovered and be famous. So
Yeah.
I've done that before, but this was a whole production, with a cover, album cover,
Yeah.
and
Which,
photo shoot, and
you know
all
what?
sorts of stuff.
Let's get the camera going. I want to show the CD. Right? We're gonna put it on the camera. There you go.
Yes, and all this can be yours.
And all this can be yours for
price
the
is
low
right.
price of for 17 payments of $19.99 per month.
I like that. 17
Right?
payments of $19.99.
Right? Why not? Come on.
Yes.
You get 17 copies. And no, it's a great album, I have to say. You know what? Before we talk more about the album,
Okay.
We all want to hear it. We all want to hear a
Put
sample.
me on the spot. Okay.
Am I putting you on the spot? It's okay.
Okay.
So, what song are you going to be doing?
I'm going to sing "Ain't It Good,"
Ain't It Good?
and
okay.
and the reason
Song number 8.
song number 8, is that what it is? Song
I
number
believe
8?
so. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
The reason, actually, I wanted to sing that because when I wrote the song, I wrote it at a time in my life where everything was going really badly.
Oh.
Really, really badly. And so I wrote the song to kind of just remind me that, you know what, you have life, you have health, you should be happy about, there are things to be grateful for and happy
Sure.
for, right?
Yeah.
And so with COVID and everything,
God.
right, I figured, that's a good song. I haven't sung it in a while.
Okay.
I usually get emotional when I sing it because it reminds me of the time, of how
It
bad.
brings you back.
Yeah, of like how
Yeah.
it was. Like, I'm telling you, life was really not going well. Really not going well.
Oh, no.
But I wrote a song just to pick me up.
Yeah.
And now, things are. Life is we're coming out of COVID, but we're still kind of in it.
We're hoping we're coming out. That's the.
Yeah.
Right? We're like, please.
Yeah. So I'm
please.
thinking, that it's ain't it good. What I say is ain't it good to be alive. Basically. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's listen to. I've heard the voice before, and it's phenomenal. So I want everyone else to hear the voice because it's fantastic. So Louis, our musician.
Okay. Where did all the joy go? Where are we headed? Are we moving so fast that we forgot what matters? Everywhere around me, there's no mistaking. On TV, in the papers, bad news, devastation. I wanna be like a child, curious and carefree. I wanna chase butterflies and run through the fields. I wanna revel in the light that's all around me. 'Cause I believe we laugh, we cry, we dream and we learn to trust our hearts, and love never dies. Ain't it good to be alive? Ain't it good? Funny how we're blind to life's many blessings, see only what we want to see, and so the glass is half empty. There you are, baby, remind me of the truth. Look how far we have come, against the odds we are one. I love who you are, heaven sent you to me to show me what love is meant to be. Unconditional, magical, incredible. We laugh and we cry, we dream and we learn to trust our hearts, and love never dies. Ain't it good to be alive? Ain't it good to watch the sun go down and talk to your best friend? Ain't it good to turn the music way up loud to hear your favorite song again? Kiss in the dark, walk in the park, sing in the rain, catch snowflakes, make that choice to rejoice. See the beauty that abounds. We laugh, we cry, we dream and we learn to trust our hearts, and love never dies. Ain't it good? Ain't it good to be alive? Ain't it good? Ain't it good? Ain't it good? Ain't it good to be alive? Oh, ain't it good? Ain't it good to be alive? Ain't it good? To be alive. Ain't it good to be alive?
Wow. Good to be alive now, that's for sure. Wow.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to say, I have to say that, like, you chose a song that you're belting, and you like, it's not easy. My point is, it's not easy to sit on a chair,
Oh,
not warmed up, right?
I am warmed up though.
You are?
Yeah.
Well,
I warmed up in the car.
well, yeah, but I mean, usually you'll wait a couple of songs.
Oh yeah, exactly.
To get to that,
yeah,
right?
to get to that song.
Usually
Yeah.
you're gonna get the nerves out of the way and play a couple of tunes that you're so
A
comfortable
couple of
with.
songs in the lower register.
Yeah, songs in the lower, warm it up and then attempt something like that, right? But you blew it out of the park. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, I love it. I missed it. I have to say, I missed playing with you, singing, like hearing your voice. It's
I
such
remember we did a gig one time with your wife.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
Zach's.
gosh, and that was hilarious. We had so much fun. We were a trio.
Yes.
It was like at a restaurant or something. I just remember. Oh my goodness.
Was it like a Houston's restaurant? Or
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
We've done quite a few. I remember a corporate party during a snowstorm.
Oh. Well,
Do you remember that one? I don't know if you remember. It was.
which one was
It
it?
was a big band thing,
Yes.
and we were. Up
Was I
north
with
somewhere.
your band?
I think you were
Yes,
with my
I was with your band. Yeah.
And I think Denis
And
was on that as well.
Denis was on it too,
Yeah, 'cause
yes.
we needed a guitar player
Yeah.
at the same time. And this was a crazy snowstorm. Like crazy ass snowstorm.
Those, but that's what makes it fun.
Yes,
It's the
you're right.
adventure of
You
it.
remember exactly.
Yeah.
You remember these things.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Wow, you sound great. You still
Oh,
sound
thank
great.
you.
I mean, you always did. You still sound great. So, what goes into your do you have a writing process? Do you have something like when your album came out? Was it all like this song? It was it was kind of a low point, and you use
Right.
that as inspiration to
Right.
write a song. Is every song like that, or is like sometimes you're in the shower and bang, an idea comes out?
Well, actually, it's weird though. I don't know. Everybody's different, right?
Uh-huh.
I tend to not write a whole song at once. I don't
Okay.
know why.
Okay.
So I'll hear something in my head. It'll be a snippet, and I'll record that. I'll record it into my phone or whatever it is, and I'll put that aside, and then I'll hear another snippet, and then I'll listen to all the snippets. Okay, this one goes with that one. This one goes with that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
So you'll be
like
in the
that.
car and have a little part that comes to your mind.
Yeah, a little
you'll
part, and
record-
I'll think, what song is that? Because I know so much music. So I'm thinking, do I know that? Do I recognize that melody? Is that Stevie Wonder? Is that some? And I'll run through my mind. Okay, that isn't anybody. So you know what I mean?
Is
So
that
then
one
I'll-
of my 700 songs
Yeah,
that I
you
know,
know?
or did I just come up with that?
Yeah, exactly. So because you don't want to copy
True.
somebody's
Yeah,
song,
yeah,
right?
true.
So I'll sing it into my thing, and then it'll be a verse, and then I'll have another snippet of something, and okay, this verse and this is a chorus. It's yeah, and when I sing it, I know that this is a chorus, or this is a verse, or this is a bridge,
Okay.
but it'll be parts. There are very few songs like on the album. I think I Pretend I wrote all in one. I think actually Ain't It Good I probably wrote all in one, but most of them it's pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you enjoy that process? Like, did you enjoy the whole writing an album, producing it?
Yeah.
And,
I loved it,
So
and
it's in the
I
future.
learned so much, right? And so I had songs that were already written or pieces of songs, right? And I have a lyric book, and so I went back into my lyric book, and I said, oh, wait a second, and I remembered some other songs. So there's some songs that are really old, well, old in terms like I wrote it like when I was 19.
oh, wow.
Yeah, but I never finished it,
Yeah,
right? So then
yeah.
I just, hey, wait a second, and I changed the lyrics
Wow.
since maybe the lyrics didn't. When you're 19, you're right. It's a big deal. Like he never called me back, and I don't know. I can't go on.
No, it's like, thank God you didn't call me back.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I have a zit. So obviously, my
Yeah.
my life has changed. So I changed the lyrics to make it fit
Yeah,
in for
fit
my
at
life
that moment,
At the
kind
moment,
of thing.
right? And but I loved it. So I wrote the songs, and also in the studio.
What a feeling.
It was amazing.
And then the next time you do it, like, I don't know if there's going to be another one. I hope so.
I don't know anymore. I'm not saying I'm going to stop writing, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do a whole album.
Maybe
It's
just
a
singles.
lot. It's a lot, and it's a lot of money. It's a lot of time,
Yeah.
and then in between that time, there's like nothing happening. Especially now in this age of social media,
Yeah.
nothing's happening. So at least if you keep releasing singles, then at least
I
every
think
couple of
so,
months
yeah.
there's something happening.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you keep the content steady. I think that's the
Right.
name of the game nowadays. But
Exactly.
But
So-
once you get the bug, once you go into the studio, then as you're doing a new song, you're already picturing like who's gonna be recording that part, and how you're gonna record it, and,
Yeah.
and what you did. Like sometimes these crazy things, like to get a certain sound of a drum, you'll do
Oh
this
my
crazy
gosh.
thing, like I don't know, put a towel in the in the ceiling here for something, and it changes the sound. Like,
Yes.
well, that's what I want, And it's weird. And then as you're doing your new stuff, you're like, oh yeah, we got to do this. we gotta do
Exactly.
that. And it's
Yeah.
like a bug that gets you. You never want to end it.
It's amazing.
Our
And-
common friend did Silvio Farino,
Yes,
Sly
yes,
Farino.
yeah.
He recorded his first album a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But he got the bug. Like he was heavy into it. And he's like, man, I love this shit.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Why didn't I do this earlier?
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
And to be a part, you see how the music is created. Because, okay, you write the song, then you have to put lyrics on it, but then there's, the drums, the bass, the different parts. I remember it being in the studio, and Alex said, okay, so do you want a crash cymbal or this cymbal or that cymbal? And I was like,
Like,
You know, he's like, well, you know, this goes, and this goes, and this goes, yeah. Like,
Especially drummers, eh?
no, I was the bass player, but I was recording.
Sorry, he was asking.
Yeah,
okay.
but he was asking in terms of to set up because I was going to record the drums at his studio,
gotcha,
right?
his studio,
But
okay.
all these different things, and also even for the bass line. Okay, do you want this bass? He takes out a bass. He goes, okay, you can do it like this. And he takes out another bass. Okay, so we can do. Well, I don't know.
What do you like? You're the bass player.
I don't know. I mean, he's like, well, what sound do you like? I don't know.
The one that sounds good.
Yeah, the bass sound. I don't know.
As a drummer, it's weird. Eh? I play drums and I'll listen to a cymbal, like you said, a cymbal. Like, no, I don't like that one. I like that one. And I was like, why? Like, a little difference, but
it makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Yeah,
like
it
if
makes
people
a
say,
difference.
but guys, it's that's what it is.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah,
it's not that because it could be. It could be dark, and you need a dark sounding, like, and it's like whatever. And
you're a drummer. I had to learn that.
Yeah,
I didn't know. So when he asked me, and then he was going, like you said, he went and then he was like, okay, if we play it like this, and then I listened to it that way, and listened to it the other way. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But it's those. I mean, producers. That's why they make a lot of money because it's those
those
little nuances,
that,
those little details that can change the whole.
Now, stylistically, when you write, because you sing everything, literally, do you have a certain style that you stick to? Like if you're gonna write an album or a song, do you do you pick the style you want it to be in, or do you have a certain genre? I guess, is there a certain particular lane you like to pick, or do you want to taste everything? Kind of thing.
I like everything. So
all in the same song. Every verse is like
exactly. Everything is in there. It's, when. This album, that's one of the reasons, because I was shopping the songs around before, right? And nobody wanted to touch me because they're like, it doesn't sound like anything else. Well, exactly, because that's what I want.
I do, yeah.
But I wanted everything. I like instrumentation, so I wanted like instruments. I didn't want everything to be electronic, right? So I wanted drums, I wanted bass, and there's piano, and there's organ, and there's brass,
awesome.
and there's strings, and I wanted everything in there. I wanted to be like like a really thick soup.
Yeah.
That, that's what I wanted. I didn't want like a thin, runny soup. I wanted a thick, meaty soup. That's what I want. That's what I want. I wanted everything in there. And at some point, I was like, okay, we got to put crunchy guitar. And they're like, but it doesn't fit. I mean, what do you mean fit? What do you mean fit?
It's my song.
It's my song. I'm hearing crunchy guitar, so do some crunchy guitar in there.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Paul McCartney said it best. I heard him on an interview saying, I don't know music and I don't, timing. If it sounds good, I do it.
Exactly.
And it's like,
That's
you know
exactly
what?
it.
Fuck yeah, man. Right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have a guitar here crunching. I want to crunch a guitar.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want Cheerios this morning. I'm going to have Cheerios, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
want the wah. That's what I want.
And, okay, so now since the album, you've been doing the corporate stuff.
I've been doing the corporate stuff. I've been going overseas. Last year I did release 2 singles and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been just doing after the album. You have dreams at the album, and then something's gonna happen, and of course, I had a big launch and everything, and then everything was like, nothing happened. So I went overseas again, and then into corporate overseas.
In the end, we do it for ourselves. If you write a song,
Well, exactly.
it's for you. It's an experience to say you did it, and if sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's not based on whether it's good or not. We all know that.
Exactly.
It's based on so many other factors that.
And music is personal, right?
100%.
So the thing is, I wrote the songs maybe selfishly, but I wrote them. They strike a chord with me. I wrote them for me. I'm thinking if it means something to me, and I have emotion and I have feeling in it, then it's going to touch somebody else. If I write it and it's devoid of any feeling, then it's
got to come from within.
Yeah, exactly.
And they
It'll
feel
touch
that.
somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I'm hoping that.
Now we were
Did
talking
it touch
before.
You?
It definitely did. It definitely did. I mean, especially like the key change. I'm like, man, she went for a key change. To pick the song with a key change, fresh, like raw. Like let's do the song, and bang, you're belting it.
Yeah.
That's.
When I did that, I was thinking Stevie Wonder, because Stevie Wonder does that a lot. He's like here, and then he goes here.
He's Stevie, right?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, You gotta have some Stevie Wonder.
I have to. I can't do a night without Stevie Wonder.
Really? What's your go-to song?
Oh,
that's a hard one, eh?
One song, Stevie Wonder?
If you have to, let's say we're picking a song, you're on stage, and you can only pick one.
Only one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. One song from Steve. It's, yeah, I don't even know.
No, okay.
No, because there's like the slow songs. It's like, lately I have had the strangest feeling. And then there's songs that are just like, Do I Do?
Do it.
You know what I mean? That's a classic that, okay, it would probably be Do I Do. If I'm
Okay,
gonna
Do
think,
I
it would
Do?
be Do I Do.
I have to. Well, okay. Now, to play, Signed, Sealed, Delivered has to, like, we kind of have to do it.
Yeah,
It's
Signed, Sealed,
such-
Delivered, yeah.
But you know what? If I have to listen to a tune, Overjoyed is I could cry right now
Overjoyed.
listening to that
You
song.
see, that's what I'm saying. If you within one song, I'm like, I can't.
Okay, sorry. This is
Sorry,
it's
yeah,
gonna be like
we're
this.
off on a music tangent.
It's
yeah.
gonna be the Stevie Wonder podcast.
Yeah. You can't
Yeah.
just do one.
I understand. Yeah, I know.
You can't pick one.
But damn, he's good. That's an inspiration.
Yeah, that's why you can't choose one.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
can't choose one Stevie Wonder song.
So we were talking before,
Mm-hmm.
and you had mentioned at a certain point. I found it interesting. I actually cut you off, saying, "Don't explain me the story, because I want you to explain
Yes.
it to me on the podcast."
Okay.
So, I mean, I've been playing in the music business for years, and you're doing a lot of corporate wedding stuff. I mean, wedding. I don't know how many weddings, but I'm sure there's weddings in there and corporate, and playing casinos, playing a bunch of things. And you said you got fed up of it. You got tired of it.
Yeah.
That you needed a break from it.
Yeah.
So to me, that sounds like what?
I know.
No, I want more. Give me more. I want to do more. I want to play every night, kind of thing.
Right.
But I see how it happens, because it kind of happened to me as well. So that's why it's interesting. When we had played together, I owned everything. With my brother, we had.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I said, I'm not taking care of anything anymore. I just stopped. I said,
Yeah.
I told my brother, take care of the band. I want to play, but I don't want to go to the gig thinking what the customer wants and what song is this time, and this speech, this guy has to say that, and the corporate guy wants these lights, and I want to go knowing the song. Like, I want to prepare the song and knowing when to start, because I found myself autopiloting the whole thing.
Yes.
And while I'm playing, I'm looking in the crowd. Oh, we need to do this, and that guy asked for that, and I was thinking of way too many things.
Yes.
And that happened to you.
Yeah. And that happened simultaneously, because I got tired of the business part of it. 'Cause You're talking about the business part, right?
Yeah.
And I definitely got tired of the business part of it. I just wanted to sing, right? But also, because I was doing the corporates, because you're not. I felt that I wasn't really singing, like you said.
Yeah.
I was like on autopilot. And
Yeah.
I'm just, like you said, worried. Okay, what song is next? Okay, the dance floor. Okay, this, and like you're not enjoying what you're doing.
You're not enjoying the song. You're
Not enjoying the art.
Yeah, the art of music. You're
You're not.
enjoying.
Yeah, you're just.
You're thinking about what's going on in the crowd,
Right,
and what's
exactly.
going on, and if the client's going to be happy, and that how am I
Yes.
going to get paid because he's getting drunk, whatever it may be,
Right, and
you
you're doing the same songs too.
Over and over
because
again, yeah.
corporates. I mean, it's great.
I Will Survive.
You know what I mean? And it's a wonderful song.
Yeah.
It's just that you have to do it every corporate, every wedding, So then, and it's the same songs that you're doing pretty much. Except you'll throw in the new ones that just came out.
Yeah.
And so that's what I got. I was actually I got burnt out. I just couldn't. I was just
And you
not
chose
feeling it anymore.
you chose to go to
Yeah.
away overseas,
Yeah, I went
which is
overseas.
very interesting.
And that, I'm telling you, that changed my life.
See, that's
it
amazing.
changed my
I
life.
love to hear that.
I got a jazz gig.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a jazz singer.
I love hearing this.
Oh, should I say this in
Yes,
front of people?
say it.
Okay,
say it.
so to get the gig.
Yeah, I love
No,
this.
but what if they watch this overseas? They'll be like, oh, she's
Doesn't
not
matter.
really a jazz singer.
No.
Okay.
They're gonna say, "Holy shit, she fooled the shit out of me, man." That's awesome. I love hearing this, because we've all done it, right? You guys
Yes,
do
it's
this
true.
kind of music?
Yeah.
I think we have 2 songs in the repertoire, but and then I'm studying all these songs. Well, fuck, how do you do this?
Yeah, get the gig. Worry about the details.
I
later.
love it,
Well,
yeah.
that's what I did, right? So I sent my song list to the agent, and then she emailed it back and said, "Oh, you don't have a lot of jazz in this." And I was like, "Oh, I sent you the wrong list. I'm so sorry." So I
awesome.
called my friend up and I said, "Can you send me your song list?" And she's a jazz singer, and I copy paste stuck it in my song list. And I said, "Yeah," because I said, "I sent you the one for corporates. We don't do a lot of jazz in corporates." So I sent it back to the agent. She was like, "Great, this is wonderful."
I fucking love
So then now I have to learn all these songs
Yeah.
that I said I know. So I get to the gig overseas, I get to the gig, and on that, the band leader's like, "Oh, you know this, you know that," and he's like, "This is great. Okay, so let's do this one." "Oh, I haven't done that one in a long
been a
time. So can we do this one instead? Because I'm jet lag, I'm just not. So yeah." And so he's like, "Okay." So and that's how I was getting through. But like
Wow.
every day, I was
Meanwhile,
learning,
you
like,
wake up
these-
early that morning, like,
Yes. And jazz to me is not intuitive, right? I find I can learn R&B song and a pop song really easily, really and quickly. But jazz, I had to listen to it over and over. So I was working, man. I was working.
And you know how like jazz artists are. I don't want to say picky.
Well, they know.
Like they know their shit.
And that's why I was afraid. I'm like, if there's somebody that's jazzing, they'll realize that she doesn't know what she's doing. She's not off key, but she doesn't know what she's doing.
But you feel that way, even though it's probably not true. They probably have no idea. Not no idea. They can hear that it might not be your bag, but if you can pull it off, then you're awesome.
Yeah. So at the end of the gig, I told the guy, I said, I'm not a jazz singer. He goes, I figured it out later on. But because the thing is, I was able to, I learned the song, and then I taught myself to scat because I didn't know how to scat.
Wow.
Right? So And so
Ella Fitzgerald, oh my God. Every day, Ella.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was a lot of work. But I loved it because then, of course, I came back and I did that's exactly what I needed. I needed that break to do something different.
Do you like that experience?
Oh, I loved it.
5-6 nights a week?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was it a hotel?
Yes, it was a hotel. It was 6 nights a week. It was a hotel in Bangkok. And
you must have been proposed to like 700 times? No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Probably. It happens, right? I know it happens. Like they, when quote unquote Americans go, I've never done the hotel gig. I actually was hired. We booked the gig with Curtis.
Oh,
with Curtis.
Nice.
This was many years ago. It was when the tsunami hit.
Oh my gosh.
So the gig actually got
canceled
before, because we were booked. We were scheduled. We had 6 weeks in Indonesia.
Nice.
And then the gig never happened. But so that's why I'm at. It's interesting, and I hear stories because a lot of my friends have done it. And have you done a cruise ship?
No.
No, okay. So I guess once you do the hotel, you make go.
Well, I'm open to it. I've never, I've been on a cruise for, for pleasure and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But I find when you learn another genre, for me anyway, because I learned jazz and I immersed myself in jazz, when I came back and I was able to sing "I Will Survive," but I heard all these notes in between notes. So I interpreted it differently. So you know what I mean?
Amazing,
so I was able to now go back to the corporate scene with fresh ears. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I needed.
Where are you playing tomorrow?
At the House of Jazz.
House of Jazz. Look at that. You see?
It's true.
She decided to kick her ass and do a gig she has no idea, and you did it, and now you're playing at the House of Jazz.
At the House of Jazz, yes.
Right?
And now I can, and now I can safely say that I can, proudly say that I can sing jazz.
I never doubted that you can. I was pretty convinced that you
I
can.
did.
I was pretty
I was like,
convinced that you
oh no. Because actually for years people were telling me, you should go sing at the House of Jazz. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not a jazz singer. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, did you study? No, don't tell me that.
Study like jazz, singing,
or voice?
vocals?
You study voice.
No. I have a degree in economics and math, honey.
Oh my God. You're one of those, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, I shit talent. I wake up and fucking talent oozes out of my ears.
Major in economics, minor in math. Sorry.
Are you serious?
I was always singing. I was just always singing. It's just.
You took voice?
Well, yeah, later on, because at one point I got cysts on my vocal cords.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, I need lessons so that I know so I can protect my voice.
Thank you.
So I have,
Because I've been saying for years, I've been saying okay, if you don't at least train the muscle,
you have to
you're never gonna make it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was like, oh my God, she just took my whole theory and just threw it out the window. I was like,
no,
is this
I've never
not
done
true?
any lessons. I just get up in the morning and go it's natural.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wow, but that's interesting.
Yeah. So I did that.
And music, you never studied, let's say, music?
Oh no, yes.
Okay, you did.
I did piano, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I played many instruments. I played the ukulele. I played the clarinet. I played
Probably
the drums.
just out of sheer.
Well, I did it in school, But piano, I played that for about 10 years. I took lessons.
Okay.
Right, and then I was like, oh, it's not cool. I wanted to hang out with my friends. I got to 17 and I dropped it. Now I regret doing that because now it's. I still remember the theory, but I go to play and it's like. It's hard.
Well,
you know what I mean.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
But I want to.
Wow, amazing.
But I've been practicing. I want to get back into it. I want to be able to accompany myself again because I used to be able to, like in my teens, play and sing. But
it won't take you long.
I'm hoping.
It won't take you long. I can tell right away. It won't take you long.
I'm hoping. Yeah.
Okay, I want to do a little game.
Oh no.
Yes, this is my favorite part. We do it every podcast.
Be like
Lisa, unless you have, do you have a question for?
Actually, I'm listening. I'm waiting for you to sing again.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. You had enough of me. What?
We all do. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm hurt.
And
I'm
no,
hurt.
but I do want you to sing again. So I don't know if that's in the repertoire or.
Well, I could sing something a cappella. You want me to sing a Christmas song?
You know what? Yeah, let's do a little Christmas song.
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas too. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Please do it. Yeah. How about a verse? And I
How about
love
a
this.
duet? Why don't you
What?
Yeah, how about a
accompany?
duet?
A company.
Whoa. Hold on. I make the decisions on this podcast, okay?
No, but you
Super.
asked me, do you have a question? Yes. Why don't you do it?
Open the door for that. You open the door for that, Stefano.
Booyah. I walked right in.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
See, I
You
can't
open
touch
the
me, I'm
door,
protected.
she walks in.
Is, well, how about you take a song, and if I can find the harmony in
He's going to
2
kill me
seconds, I'll
later.
do it.
Guaranteed.
I'll tell you one thing. Lyrics are not my bag. I still sing
Mine
backup.
either.
I still sing backup, like, I'm singing the notes, but I don't know the words, and I hide my live. I do this all the time, by the way.
As long as
Live,
you-
I hide my lips behind the mic.
Yes.
If people, so they don't see that I'm
That you're
singing the
not-
fucking complete wrong words. But I know the notes.
No, but actually,
Yes.
the last podcast, you were really good.
Yeah.
Last podcast with Sergio.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the
I
harmonies.
did you see? Yeah, the harmonies, the notes are okay. He had the lyrics there, so I was reading off his
He
lyrics.
was cheating. He was cheating.
What's
He had
that?
the lyrics.
But he did the chorus, and he actually didn't sound that.
Yeah, no, I can harmonize. I study piano, so I can harmonize. So if I hear something, if I don't, I ain't attempting it. But if I
I
hear
didn't
something,
say you can. I said it didn't sound
they didn't sound bad. Okay, cool. Damn it. Next time I'm gonna make him sing.
I can sing.
Is that okay? You can sing.
I got a trick for you for lyrics.
Yeah.
Right? All you got to do, forget the consonants, just do the vowels.
Vowels.
So it's like, that's, yeah.
That's what
as
I
long
do,
as,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I kinda do.
Consonants,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
He sounds like that every day.
But people know the if like there's a P, they want to see the. you
Yeah,
know?
but the lead is doing that.
You're right.
The
You're
lead
right.
is doing
And
that.
that's
So
my
it's not so
excuse.
you're going, you know, if the word is like, you know,
That's my
whatever,
excuse,
Peter,
I'm
it's like,
sticking to it.
you know.
Okay, so
Okay.
take a little snippet of a Christmas tune
Okay.
and go for it.
Snip it.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Jack Frost nipping at your toes. By the way, you started, I'm like, fuck that key, there's no way. I'm going up there, man. Holy shit.
Jack Frost nipping at your
I don't know.
toes.
Bro, you're
I told you, lyrics are not my thing, man. I've been exposed.
Your toes.
Blooper.
This happens all the time, by the way. I know no lyrics at all. I can zero with lyrics. I'm all.
Oh my God.
How about we go to the game?
It was enjoyable.
You know what? I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
But I
Okay.
picked a key, so I knew that you could do the
The lower.
octave.
See?
Yeah?
Thank God. Because I was like, yeah, all right.
but
Yeah,
it's
look
like-
at that.
Give
I
it
knew-
another track.
Okay, another one.
What's
okay,
that?
so you want me to continue?
another track.
Okay.
Give it another try.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Yuletide carols being sung by a choir and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
And everybody knows I'm offering the simple things.
It's like a turkey and some mistletoe
It's phrase, but
I'm going to make up my own
to
words.
make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes on the glow will find it hard to sleep tonight. You know this part.
They know that Santa's on his way.
Yes. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's
That's the
child
one.
is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
And everybody knows
I'm offering this simple phrase.
flame. All right, we're good with that. We're good with that. That's it.
You did well, you did well.
And my brain is going, okay, I gotta get the harmony. I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna have to run after
It's
this.
not-
I gotta get
you
out
are
of here
dead.
real
You
quick.
are dead. You wait till your podcast next week.
But it's really actually surprising that I know those lyrics. Because
That was-
lyrics are my thing too.
Really, eh?
Yeah. Lyrics,
Okay.
it's like I have to, yeah.
You need them there? Because I'm Jesus. I never, and people ask
Even my
me,
own songs in the car, I was like, I hope I don't screw up the lyrics. I hope I don't screw up the lyrics. I hope I don't screw up-
even like a lot of times I'll take a song and I'm like, oh man, that song's awesome. They're like, yeah, you know the lyrics they mean, and I'm like, I can't give a shit what the lyrics mean. The way the guy or a girl sings it and how they hit those notes is what I'm listening to. I couldn't care less if the guy's dying, he's alive. I honestly, it's sad to say, but and there's an art form. It's a beautiful art. Because there are some songs that I'm like, oh man, wow. Now you add that on top of the music. Like, it makes the song perfect. But I just don't gravitate. I don't really care what the person. Yeah. I'm looking at a punch and I'm looking at the song and how it builds musically.
Yeah.
That's what's getting me. The voice is the most important. Like I can listen to Whitney. I love Whitney Houston. She's like, that kind of stuff. And I'll listen to it. I'm like, wow, she blows me away. Don't ask me one lyric. Like, what? Do you know what that song means? Yeah, she will always love somebody. That's what it means. The rest, she hits that note up there, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, okay, on to the game.
The game.
This is what we call first thought.
It'd be like Family Guy. Pass.
So I'm just going to say something. And the first thought that comes to your mind, you're going to say. And it could be a question. It could be, I might say something, and the first thing that pops in your mind, you say. Then I might make fun of you for it. But I mean, other than that, no.
Then you ask him to sing.
Yes.
Exactly.
If you get it right, he has to sing.
I like the way you think.
Jesus. By the way, I take the mic on your podcast. Keep that in mind. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off easy. Favorite food?
Plantain.
Oh.
Yes, fried plantain.
You know what? I love that. I could go for a nice fucking bucket of that right now. Yeah, okay. Usually I ask...
Actually, that's a toss. There's a toss between that and dark chocolate. But you said food, not dessert. So
okay, so you went... Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I went for fried plantain.
Okay, cool. Usually I ask favorite movie, but I'm going to ask favorite TV show.
Oh. I don't really watch TV.
At all?
Okay, no. Lately, $1 Million Listing LA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's your dreams going. You're just like,
oh yeah, that's
the one I want.
I want that. I want I want like the spa and the thing. The
okay.
$28 million house. That's the one that I want.
Yeah.
I don't want the $4 million house.
No.
Not
Why?
the $10 million
Who
house.
wants that?
I want the 28,995. That one. That's the one I want.
That's the one you want.
That's the one I want. Yeah.
And you'll get.
Yeah.
Right. We have to
Like
project
next
that.
week.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Next
maybe
week-ish.
2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks. Okay.
Come on.
I gotta pack on.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
First thought that comes to your mind when I say the Montreal music scene.
I don't want to say it. It's
Say it. I want to hear it.
I was gonna say it's dead.
That's a good. No, you know what? I agree with you. It's dead.
But it's terrible to say that. It's coming back.
I do believe it is coming back because I remember at a certain point many years ago there was a lot of venues that we can play at.
Yes.
A lot of places had live music. Then it died.
Yes.
Fucking died. There was no places. No one's high unless it was a duo, trio, like little thing, like that, which is not bad either.
Right.
But I feel that there should be why isn't there venues that you go, you sit down, and now it came back. The House of Jazz, that kind of thing.
Right, Le
Came
Balcon.
back. Le Balcon. You can sit down. I'm playing the Wheelhouse in a couple of weeks.
That's Cavendish?
Yeah, the West Island or something.
No, it's in the West. Oh, okay, maybe
Is it
I'm
the West
mixed up.
Island? I don't even know. It's the Wheelhouse. Apparently, it's I don't know, live band. Whatever. I'm playing there in a couple of weeks. So, but it's coming back. Like you said.
It's coming back.
Slowly, there's venues that are showing music.
Yeah.
Because before it was just like.
Do you think it's a culture thing?
I don't know.
Because when I go overseas, it's interesting. Like any night of the week, you can go someplace and hear a live band.
True.
Which is, there's the hotels, right? But I'm not the only singer singing in a hotel.
Yeah,
So like
they're
all the hotels
everywhere.
have music, and then you have all the bars that have music.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's a cultural thing that maybe we just don't. I don't know. Maybe in Europe and Asia, because I've heard that in Europe it's like that too. I mean, maybe not everywhere, but maybe it's more of a thing. You have dinner and then you go see you have dinner and you go see a band, like it's part of it, like on a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
New generation, they don't like that anymore.
It's the you
Yeah.
think so? Maybe the new generation.
too
The
bad.
new music, everything that's coming out.
I guess.
I
don't
guess
know.
it's true, yeah, because the music that's coming out now isn't band. It's very electronic, right?
Very, yeah.
So there's no what would the
Not
band?
playable.
Yeah, It's true because when we have think of it, when you have the band and when you have your big band, you're gonna play stuff. You're gonna play the older stuff, a lot of the older stuff. You're gonna play Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff. Because if you're playing you have to play the new stuff, right?
Yeah,
Some of
yeah.
it. But if you play too much of it, then your sax player and your trumpet player are kind of like, they've got nothing to do because it's all beat and vocals,
That's
right?
true. You know what I find? Because we, like with one of the bands I play, we have a very current, like a
Right.
medley of current tunes. It never works.
Oh, wow.
Just because the young people, I don't want to say they don't want to dance, but they go to the bar.
Okay.
I'm talking corporate. I'm not talking
Right,
like
right.
So they go to the bar and they're drinking and they want to hear their music in the background. But we're at a party, so we need
Right.
people to party. The minute we play, I don't know, a party song, an old song that every party you play, that I'll say quote unquote 40-year-olds get up and start partying.
Yeah.
Right? And they don't do it every weekend. The youngsters are out in the club.
Right.
Right? Then they just want to chill and have a drink and they, I don't know. I just find the older music works.
It always
It just
does.
always works.
Like, like I said, I Will Survive always works. Earth, Wind,
Yeah.
and Fire always works. Stevie Wonder always, it
Yeah.
always works.
It always works.
So,
Even though it's all young people and you're
Yeah,
playing,
yeah.
like we'll play a Lady Gaga and it kind of works. They
Yeah,
like it.
exactly.
They're singing it and they're cool with
Yeah.
it, but they're not partying to it.
yeah,
you
they're
know?
not
It's
like
just-
going crazy like,
yeah,
with the other
exactly. Like the
songs.
shirts are not off. And, like,
Oh,
I don't know.
you do those kind of parties.
yeah.
okay.
What can I
Best
say?
kind of party.
You heard it here first, people.
Okay. Next one, favorite singer. You have to pick
Male
one.
or female?
Okay, I'm gonna go male.
Wow. Just one? I'm going to say Stevie.
Nice. Okay, female. Just one.
Aretha.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Guitar players are
Loud.
yes. Love that. You're right. You're right. How do you not hear yourself? The amp is next to your
I
ear.
know.
You have four of them blasting at the same time, and you're like, "What?" But yes,
And they're like, we want more. You're like,
it's too funny.
I was like, can you turn the amp that way? Turn it towards you,
It's true.
please.
Okay, this is funny because we just had a big to-do about it. But favorite lyric? Your favorite lyric? Because I can't even tell you.
Favorite lyric?
Yeah, like think of a lyric in a song that connected with you instantly. Or maybe one that you wrote.
Which was Ain't It Good to Be Alive?
See? Beautiful. That's great.
Which I stole from the Rolling Stones, but I mean.
You know what? Everything is stolen.
Yeah.
There's
Well, it's
nothing.
the line. It's not like.
There's been when I say stolen, there's been music for who knows how many years.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's been written. You're not gonna write something
Yeah,
new.
there's only so many keys on the piano.
Like Bruno Mars is phenomenal, and
Yes.
it's all new stuff, but it's all based on.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
hear
old
a
school
different
R&B.
singer in every song.
Yes.
Right? I'll take a lick, or I'll hear three singers in one song.
Yeah.
Say, oh my God, that's so James Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
exactly.
that, just that verse is so James
Yes.
Brown, and the chorus is like Stevie. Let's say, you know, I don't know. So I feel like everything is kind of somewhat stolen
Yeah.
from your influences, but whatever.
No, but you're right. What is it? The drum. The drum beat.
Oh
that you-
yes,
that-
ta 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 ta.
No, for what was the song? The
Finesse.
one. The
Was it Finesse?
no. For Silk Sonic.
Oh, Silk Sonic. Yeah, well that's
The first song that they came out with, there was some
Gonna
drum
leave
hits.
the door open.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So they had some drum licks, and it reminded me of "Just Don't Wanna Be Lonely."
Yes,
Da, 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 da,
yes.
da, 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 da. You know the intro.
true,
Da,
yeah.
da, 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 da. You know, I was like,
true.
yeah.
And he's got the song Finesse. The intro starts with a drum.
Oh, that's Finesse.
ta,
Yes,
ta,
yes.
ta, ta,
Yeah,
ta,
yeah,
ta,
yeah.
And it's like a Belle Biv DeVoe tune.
Yes, yes.
Like, right? And it's like, well, I don't know, the guy usually goes like Stevie Wonder, he goes with that soul kind of feel, and now Belle Biv DeVoe. Like, it's a weird old 80s tune, but yeah,
But it works.
but the rest of the song has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
Just that little
exactly.
part is, I guess he took the influence from,
well, exactly. It's influence. Nothing is like copied.
because
It's
how do you
influence.
not copy? It's not copy, but how do you not, everything's been created to a degree.
Exactly.
Unless it's like, then I'll listen to it and it's like completely fucking weird
Experimental
shit,
music.
Like,
Yeah.
like there's some jazz.
like,
There's some jazz that like I like jazz. I love jazz, but there's some that's like it's not music. I feel like it's four musicians playing
four different things.
four
and-
different songs at the same time. It's like this guy soloing and that, and I'm like, and it's because they're bored. Like a lot of times they'll get bored.
maybe we don't understand it. 'Cause
Probably.
I understand what you're saying because I hear that
Probably.
too. Some jazz, I'm like, this is good, and some jazz, I'm like,
Yeah. If I add my voice in that song, or if I take an instrument and start playing whatever I want on it, I feel like I fit in that song. Whatever
Yeah.
I want. I could close my eyes and play a guitar, which I've never played, and I feel like I'm going to fit in that song
Yeah.
somehow, you know? I don't know. But then again, everyone has different inspiration, right? So
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. And there isn't one right or wrong. You know, music it appeals to everybody.
Exactly,
Like it'll touch
exactly.
you and it won't touch me. You know,
Yeah.
it'll touch her and won't. You know, that
yeah.
it's, yeah.
True. 1 minute. Okay, now guys, we're
minute.
going over this one.
Don't be
Sorry,
greedy.
guys.
Are we done?
Favorite
Are you
time period?
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an hour.
Yeah.
Favorite time period and genre of music? Like what year, let's say, and what style of music is your go-to, your love, you know?
Oh, well, it's yeah, the soul of let's say the beginning of the 70s.
Like that early disco stuff?
Yeah, no,
Not really disco.
Well, I mean, wait. a
Not
second.
like
Hold on
YMCA.
a
We're
second.
going into
No, but maybe it's disco. See now, like
Cool in the
I know
Gang?
so much music, so I'm thinking that, and then you said disco. I said, yeah, it's true disco.
maybe that.
No, okay, I'm gonna say, my favorite music is disco.
Okay. So
I absolutely love disco.
From what I
think
can tell-
I think I should have been born back then.
it's a groovy
To do
bass
that.
line. That's what you like.
I love the bass. I can't
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
deny that. I love the bass, but I just find disco, and there's also a lot of instrumentation. There's strings, there's brass, and everything. It takes you away. It transports you.
Gotcha.
And I
Okay.
find that it's happy.
Yeah, it is.
But sometimes
Definitely.
the song, the subject matter is really sad.
Yeah.
But the music, you're just like, yeah.
I
you
don't
get
listen
into it.
to the
Like,
lyrics.
oh, yeah.
I don't have that problem.
And they're like, oh, no, she's saying if you leave me, I'm going to kill myself. But you're
But
like, yeah, this is
doesn't
great.
matter. You know, and it's like, see, that's why I don't listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's got to be disco. Disco is my favorite.
Okay. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say heavy metal or rap? Which one?
If I was going to choose one?
Yeah. That's why I wrote both of them.
Why?
Because I needed to put something a little
Why?
controversial. I always do
He's
this,
a
by the
little
way.
odd.
Yes, not a little.
None of the above?
None of the other. No, nothing. No heavy metal.
Well, because it depends on how heavy, and it depends on, because I do love some
Some
rap
soul.
and hip hop, and I do love some rock, right? Heavy metal. But if you're going into the really heavy stuff,
Then it's gotcha.
I mean, like I like Scorpions and stuff. I mean,
Okay.
is that considered like
Heavy metal?
Nah,
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean. So that's what I'm
considered
saying. The heavy stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I love rock.
Okay.
Right?
What I like about rock,
So-
some of the heavy metal, I'm not.
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
heavy metal, I'm not too.
You know.
But some of the rap also to me, it's just like okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get to it, please.
Okay,
Like
you know?
I don't.
Like,
and
okay,
I'm sorry
I
to
get it.
say, Drake doesn't. It's not my thing.
Drake is not your thing.
I.
I think he's okay.
It's not. I'm not going to say he's not talented. No, he is. It's just not.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
like,
not your thing.
What the hell does people like about that? I don't know. It's just like fucking boring. But whatever. Just
Well, that's for me. See, I like hip hop. If you can give me pure rap, okay, one song, two songs, and after that, I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm like, because to
You're
me,
done.
it just sounds repetitive. It's just beat and like, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I need melody.
yeah.
I need music.
something to hook on to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need some notes in there. I can't just have beat and da 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 da. I can't.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, where can we find you?
You can find me at the House of Jazz.
At the House of Jazz.
The House of Jazz tomorrow night at 7:00.
And social media.
And social media, Jewelle McKenzie. Yeah, just my name. I don't have any special
Instagram,
special thing.
Facebook.
Facebook. It's all
Do you have a
my
YouTube
name.
page?
Yeah, it's all
Jewelle
my name.
McKenzie,
I don't
all
have
your
any
name. Love
fancy.
it. Love it. That's great.
I don't have any
That's
fancy
fantastic.
handle. Should I have a fancy handle? Like, fancy handle.
No.
Yeah,
Because you know what?
It's easier.
People, it's all about the name.
Then they'd have to remember what my handle is. Jewelle McKenzie. What's her handle on Instagram?
Doesn't matter. If they remember Jewelle McKenzie, right?
Yes.
It's okay, because I mean, for a lot of people will call you Jewelle McKenzie,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But it's Jewelle.
Yes, it's
And
Jewelle.
okay, that's
Because it sounds more expensive.
it. Definitely it is. It is more expensive. It is more expensive.
Love it.
Guys, I'd also like to bring up. I'd like to thank you so much for being.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
this-
I was really freaking out. I was nervous.
I know. I
was
got the text
I'm
like, oh my
the
God.
sweating's going down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never done an interview. What if
It's
I
fine.
sound stupid? But I have nothing to say.
Will you come back?
Yes, I will come back.
That is phenomenal.
I will be back.
We'll be back. And maybe we can prepare a song. How about that? And we won't have Lisa come. How about that? Even better.
Oh,
Yay.
come on.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. This was great.
I
This was
loved
fun.
having it's fun to catch up. It's great.
Yes,
And
it's wonderful to
you
see
sound
you.
great, of course.
And
Yeah.
are we allowed to hug? No, probably it's COVID. I guess we can't hug. But okay.
Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. No, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for
Oh
having
my
me.
God,
That's
no, because we
amazing.
haven't like. It's been a long time.
It has been.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and it's good to catch up. That's why I love doing this.
Yeah.
Guys, I'd like to thank everyone here for subscribing. I have to give a shout out to Fearless Sounds. That is our sponsor. This show is brought to you by Fearless Sounds. Her name is Francesca Sacerdoti. She does PR. She does management for musicians. And she does management. She does PR. She does marketing. All of that stuff. She actually tailors to every musician and every artist needs. Like, she doesn't have a set price. It's not like, well, if you're going to talk to me, it's this much an hour. No, she discusses with you what you need,
Right.
what you need as a, what she feels you want and you need as an artist, and she will definitely help you. And her marketing is fantastic. She's working with a bunch of different artists, and she's really great. And she sponsors our podcast, so we're thankful for that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Fearless Sounds. I'd like to thank her and her company, Fearless Sounds. I think the number will be in the bottom, and her contact information will be here, and her logo. JJR Studios again. Lisa, thank you for coming on. Guys,
Pleasure.
thank you for all subscribing and liking, and you can even comment. It's even better.
Yeah.
And of course, Jewelle, thank you so much.
you.
And
This is great.
keep it up, guys. Check us out. Check Talk It Out. And have a good night. And
good
we'll see
night.
you soon. Thank you. Merry Christmas is coming around the corner.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye.